Welcome to the installation guide for the ERXGen Breakout System Euro USD Trader. We hit F7. That opens up the settings window for the expert advisor. Show trade info. Show trade info is just a collection of critical information for the trade. So things like the balance of the account, the equity, the drawdown, the lot size, the profit of the trade, the number of trades open are displayed at the top right hand side of the chart. Show comments. Show comments will display again critical information around the three rules of the strategy: the GMT time, the platform time, the correction GMT correction hours, the breakout candle, retracement candle for the trade. Show printout. I typically will leave this as fault, and I recommend this is just for troubleshooting. Show LOB images. This is like the ERXGen filter indicator. This shows the daily blocks, 3 days in a week, and the current day's price action showing the blue line, the green line and the red line, and current Tokyo session visually on the chart. Trade info heading color. Now this again is the trade info text printout at the top right hand corner of the chart. That color is black for this background of the chart. If you have a black background, you probably want to change that to white or to blue or some other color. Enter GMT correction in hours. If you have used the ERXGen filter indicator, this is the number of hours that a trading platform is away from GMT. You just simply enter that. For this current platform I use, it is the same as GMT, so it's 0. Enter number of Tokyo hours to monitor. This is the number of hours that the EA monitors before it takes any trades and during the Tokyo session, and in this setting is 6. Start capital risk. Now different traders risk various levels. Most traders will risk between 1 to 3% of their account balance on any or account equity on any single trade. This is where you set that. So it can be 1%, it can be 0.5%, it can be 20%, it can be 40%, again depending on your risk profile. Trade risk bias. This is more for the trading system. If you remember the ERXGen Breakout System, there is either an aggressive or conservative option for it. With the aggressive, it just simply says EA places a trade once price breaks above the green or the red line. Conservative, there must be a clear break, a close above the green line or close below the red line, and price has to retrace back towards the green line or towards the red line before any trade is placed. Simply. Trade direction. Again, the user has the option to decide whether, for whatever reason, you want to trade, buy and sell positions on any one day, or you just want to place only buy trades. We want to place only sell trades because of probably some analysis of the market that makes you feel I want to only take either buys or sells, or even no trade. You can also set the system to not take any trade at all. Use clear break entry. With this setting, it is typically when price breaks either the green line, above the green line, or below the red line. On the aggressive setup, whether the bar closes above or below, it doesn't really matter. Once price touches that, it enters into a trade. With this setting, it's a slight improvement on the aggressive system, where the buy order or the sell order is only placed when price breaks above the green line and closes above the green line for buys, or the bar breaks below the red line and closes below the red line. Maximum lot. This is the maximum lot that the EA will ever take any trade on for this setting. So even if your 1% allows you to take 5 standard lots, this maximum lot setting in this case will not take a trade above 2 standard lots. This can be adjusted, it can be changed to anything, even down to your 1 micro lot. Daily stops. Daily stops. This is setting a risk management setting or trade management setting where the stop loss is placed. For buy trades, stop loss is placed below the low of the previous day, and for sell positions, the stop loss is placed a few pips above the high of the previous day. Use Tokyo stop loss. In this case, the buy stop loss is placed below the low of the current day's Tokyo range, and for the sell position, the stop loss is placed a few pips above the high of the current day's Tokyo range. Use partial close. With this set as true, the EA will close with partially closed trades as you build up profit. So if you take a buy position and the trade goes in profit, and if you set it, in this case the take profit 1 is set at 25 pips and take profit 2 is set at 50 pips. So if the use partial close is set to true and the price gets in profit 25 pips up, the EA will close half of the trade at 25 pips. And if price continues to advance in the direction you have taken, it will close 25% of, or half of the remainder, which is 25% of the original lot. It will close half of that after 50 pips, and it will let the remainder to just run to the end. Use EOD, end of day close. This simply means whether the trade is a profit or loss trade, the EA will close the trade at the end of the trading session, at the end of the trading day, which it's 23:55, so 11:55 p.m. at night, and that's your location time, geographic location time. Stop loss. The user can manually put on stop losses. So if you don't want to use the daily stops, or you don't want to use the Tokyo stop loss, you can use a manual entered stop loss in pips. So if you want your stop loss to be on 50 pips, 20 pips, 25 pips, 150 pips, just put it on there. But just take note, you've got to leave this, use daily stops as false, and use Tokyo SL stop loss as false. Take profit is the same. The user can manually enter target in pips from the entry price. Partial take profit 1 and partial take profit 2 we've already talked about. This is used if the use partial close is set to true. Use move to break even. If this is set to true, if in profit, the EA will move the stop loss from wherever it is placed to break even plus selected pips by the user. What that simply means is, if this is set to true, when to move to break even is at 50. So if price moves in favor of the trade 50 pips above in the buy situation, or below in the sell situation, but let's just take a buy situation, 50 pips above the entry price, the EA will move the stop loss from wherever it's placed, whether it is below the low of the Tokyo range or below the low of the previous day. It will move it from there and move it to 25 pips. So that's pips to lock in at break even. So it moves the stop loss from original position to 25 pips. use trailing stop. This is also similar. When to trail: if price moves in favor of the trade 50 pips above the entry price in a buy situation, the EA will start to move, trail the stop. In this case, it's trailing 25 pips from current price. So it just keeps trailing as prices keeps advancing. It just keeps trailing 25 pips below current price. And that's it for the settings. Let's see an example. So current day's price action. This is the trade information. So it has a number of trades, buy trades, number of sell trades, account balance, account equity, risk percent set. Since there's no trade open, profit and loss is green, 0. Current drawdown is also 0%. He also has here buy lot size and sell lot size. Number of Euro USD buys because it's on a Euro USD chart, a number of Euro USD sells, and profit on this pair. And for show comments, these are the comments that are shown. The 3 rules of the ERXGen Breakout System, and then additional information around the current day, weekday, the GMT time, the platform time, the GMT correction time entered, long breakout bar, short breakout bar, long retracement bar, short retracement bar. Again, just information for the trader. So that's the last bar. The buy stop and the sell stop opens. The EA has entered a buy trade now. It says number of buys 1, and it's showing the current position of the trade. And in this trade, we've selected partial closes. It's closed half of the trade. If you remember, it was a 0.2 lot. See this sell stop still at 0.2, but that has reduced to 0.1 now, because at 25 pips half of that trade was closed and half of it has banked. It started with 10,000 balance and now is 10,026. So £26, $26 worth of trades have been banked from that one trade. And if you notice, the sell trade has also, the sell order has closed as well at 5 p.m. GMT, and also end of day close has been selected for this. So let's see at 23:55. Let's see what happens. It's currently, that buy is 20, so we need 21, 22, 3 more bars, and let's see what happens. And watch the time there. 23 closed. Very precise, very precise. And so the day closed with about 25 pips for both trades, but individual two trades of 25 pips, 50 pips. Very good. Without the end of day close, that trade would have still been on and have made more profit than the previous day. So that one trade never got to there, and it would have made a bit more money. But again, it depends on what sort of trader you want to be and how you want to implement the system. So this is a second example. It says uptrend okay, Tokyo range okay, and location of the Tokyo range okay. So we've got 3 of the rules. Alright, let's see if the system places the buy order and sell order, stop orders. 6 GMT, so once it's 7, right, that's exactly at 7 o'clock. Look at the time there, 7 o'clock. Place the buy stop and the sell stop, and let's see what happens with this. And it's on aggressive mode. Bang. It's entered the trade, the buy trade, with 0.2 lots, 0.2 lots, stop loss placed below the low of the Tokyo session. And let's see, when it gets to 25 pips, we close half of the trade. Half of the trade closed, and we just have 0.1 left. When stop loss, if price gets to 50 pips, then it will move the stop loss to break even plus 25 pips. But let's see, it doesn't look like price is going up, so even if this comes back down and hits the stop loss, it's not a full-blown loss, and probably that's what's gonna happen. Takes it out of the buy trade, but then enters a sell trade and stop loss above there, and it still places a new buy stop. So that's to go down 25 50% gone, so 10 pip 0.1 lot. So all the same, it's still a profitable day. The day started with a balance of 156, now it's at 68, even though it lost one trade. You see, it's closed one and it's 0.05 now open. Stop loss has been moved onto 25 pips, and it's actually trailed slightly, still trailing down. That is definitely a support. The previous day's low is still pressing down, but it's not closing below this point here. So this should be a profitable trade with that amount of profit. End of day close, and so the day closed at 11,115.15. So good day. Even though there was a loss, it was still a very good day.